Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we have a very interesting and relevant topic. What is a red flag and how did it come about? In this video we will understand what this popular term means, where it came from, and why it has become so important in our society. We can find red flags in many different areas of our lives, whether it's relationships, work, or even everyday interactions. These are the kind of signals we should pay attention to in order to avoid trouble and problems. Stay tuned, it will be interesting and informative. Part 1. The origin of the term red flag. So let's start at the beginning. What exactly is a red flag and where did the term come from? The term red flag itself literally translates to red flag and has historically been used in a variety of contexts. One of the earliest references to the red flag can be found in the military. In ancient times, red flags were flown on ships to warn of the outbreak of hostilities or danger. In later times, the red flag became a symbol of revolution and struggle, especially after the French Revolution, where it became a symbol of rebellion against oppression and the old order. However, in the modern context, the term red flag has taken on a more psychological and social connotation. It is often used to refer to warning signs in relationships between people. For example, if a person shows signs of aggression, controlling behavior, or disrespect in a relationship, these may be referred to as red flags. These signs serve as signals that serious problems may arise in the future. Interestingly, the term red flag has become especially popular thanks to the internet and social media. Platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok actively promote the term when users share their experiences and warnings about toxic or dangerous situations. In this way, red flags have become a kind of cultural phenomenon that helps people better understand and protect themselves. Part 2. Red flags in relationships. Now let's delve into the most popular application of the term red flag in relationships. Relationships between people can be complex and multi-layered, and sometimes it's important to be able to recognize signals that indicate possible problems in the future. In this installment, we'll look at the main red flags to consider in romantic, friendship, and even professional relationships. Let's start with romantic relationships. One of the most obvious red flags is aggressive behavior on the part of the partner. This can manifest as physical abuse, as well as emotional or psychological pressure. If your partner is constantly criticizing you, humiliating you, or making you feel inferior, this is a serious reason to think about the future of the relationship. Another important red flag is control. If your partner tries to control your every move, forbids you from socializing with friends or relatives, this is also a sign of a toxic relationship. Controlling behavior may start with little things, but over time it can escalate into serious restrictions on your freedom and personal space. Lack of trust and honesty is another key red flag. If you notice that your partner is constantly lying or withholding important information from you, this is a serious signal that something is wrong in the relationship. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and a lack of it can lead to a host of problems. In friendships, red flags can show up in the form of jealousy or manipulation. If your friend is constantly trying to take advantage of you, or is jealous of your successes, it may be a sign that they are not a true friend. True friends support each other and celebrate each other's successes, not try to pull each other down. In the professional realm, red flags can manifest as a toxic work environment. If your boss or co-workers are constantly criticizing your work, preventing you from growing or violating your personal boundaries, this is also a signal to consider changing jobs or environments. Part 3. How to respond to red flags. Now that we've learned what red flags are and how to recognize them, let's talk about how to properly respond to them. After all, recognizing red flags is only the first step. It is also important to know how to act properly to protect yourself and your loved ones from possible negative consequences. The first and most important thing is not to ignore red flags. If If you notice red flags in a relationship or at work, don't expect the situation to correct itself. Often people tend to make excuses for the bad behavior of others or hope that things will change, but this can lead to more problems in the future. Second, talk to the person who is causing you anxiety. Sometimes people may not realize that their behavior is being perceived as negative or harmful. Having an open and honest conversation can help resolve many issues. However, it is important to remember that if the person is not willing to compromise or change their behavior, this is also an important signal. Third, protect your boundaries. Establishing and protecting personal boundaries is a key aspect of any relationship. If someone is violating your boundaries, don't be afraid to speak up. It is important to assert your rights and personal space clearly and confidently. Fourth, ask for support. If you feel you can't handle the situation on your own, don't hesitate to seek help from friends, family, or professional psychologists. Sometimes an outside perspective can help you better understand the situation and find a way out. Finally, if the situation doesn't improve, consider ending the relationship or changing jobs. This can be a difficult decision, but sometimes it is necessary for your well-being and peace of mind. Remember that your health and happiness should always come first. Here we come to the end of our video about red flags. I hope this information was useful and helped you better understand what red flags are and how to respond to them. Remember, it's important to always be aware of your surroundings and not be afraid to protect your interests. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share your stories in the comments. What red flags have you noticed in your life? How did you deal with them? See you later, friends. Be vigilant and take care of yourself.